Whoops. Bump the table. Hey guys, it's Christian and Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000, and this is our review of Naruto 588. Awesome chapter if you like action. Holy crap. But let's get on to the first few pages. Pretty much we have Sasuke, Kabuto, and Itachi hanging out in the cave like we thought we were going to get. And he's like, I'm going to stop at Edo Tensei. And Sasuke's like, why? You're supposed to hang out with me for a while and explain stuff. If you do that, you're going to be gone. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to entrust this world to some awesome ninja, and his name is Naruto. And Sasuke's like, aw.
Light switch.
Light switch. Oh, but by the way, that's all we get.
So Itachi is getting ready to get rid of the Edo Tensei. Maybe. Before we cut to that, though, we get to go back to this awesome battle that's going on between the Kages and Madara and all of his friggin' Susanus that are just all over the place. He said before that he was probably going to summon even more, and he lived up to that this week. It is just nuts. And the Mizukage is getting tore up, and then Gaara's having to save her. Gaara's pretty cool here, too. He's actually defending himself against a lot of Susanus, but he's still getting pushed back himself. But Tsunade is being a fucking beast in this one. She's just jumping around with these two giant Susanoo swords impaled in her. She's being double penetrated, so to speak. And even Raikage is having a really, really rough time here. He actually ends up getting grabbed by one of the Susanoo and then immediately placed into a Genjutsu. So the Kages are having a real tough time here.
So as the Kages are getting pretty much all messed up, they're starting to show the wear and tear this battle has on them. And Inoki is the first one to speak up and say, hey, you guys, wear the title of Kage proud. If we do get defeated, we're not going to go out like bitches. You know, we're going to stand up and be proud and fight to our last breath and not back down from this badass Madara, you know, Edo. This leads to them doing some badass combo attack. The Hokage grabs Inoki and starts giving him all this chakra, and he does a massive dust element. And then out of the dust element, a water dragon comes out. That water dragon has sand and lightning in it. And the sand stops Madara being able to stop the attack with his Rinnegan, and then the water dragon like grabs him, and sand like capsulates him, and they throw a ceiling tag on him. And you would think this would be the end. You think? Well, not really. You wouldn't really think that would defeat Madara, but you think in a normal situation that would have defeated the character they were fighting. But Madara's like, oh, well, I guess I'll go 100% now. Thanks, guys. And then, boom! Big demonic Susanoo that's bigger than that giant dust element, and it's just like, got like crazy demonic hair and extra arms coming off of it. You know they're screwed. I mean, what can you do? They're pretty much all out of chakra. Inoki said this is pretty much my final attack right before he did it. That's it. It's the end of the chapter.
Mr. Positive Pants.
I'm Positive Pants, he's Negative Pants. So what did we think of Naruto chapter 588? Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm an action junkie. I like beams and explosions and swords and double penetration, you know, all that stuff.
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay. I'm the Michael Bay fan of anime. And I like this chapter. Full action. I mean, after the first like 3-4 pages, we go into the Kages, and it was just like bam, bam, bam. It was really good. We got to see an awesome combo attack. Honestly, I was kind of hoping for maybe a new attack if I had to be critical at all from some of the Kages. You know, we saw Raikage using lightning. We saw the Mizukage using a water dragon. We saw, you know, Inoki using dust element. And it seems as they get more serious, their attacks just get bigger, but they never, like, use new techniques. So if I had to be critical, I would have liked to see a new technique. But I guess we technically saw a new technique because we saw them combined all theirs. But I was happy reading this. I think it's the action we've been waiting for because we've been stuck in flashbacks and explanations with Kabuto and Itachi and Sasuke for the past month and a half. So I was satisfied with this chapter.
Yeah, this was a pretty great chapter as far as action goes. You know, if you read the series for the action, this is what you really want. There are a few things, though, that kind of irked me a little bit. You know, first and foremost, you got the bit with Kabuto at the very beginning. And, you know, obviously Itachi's getting ready to make him stop using the Edo Tensei technique. And I don't know how long that's going to take. Maybe they're just going by, like, Dragon Ball minutes right now. You know, they're using their time. And I'm not sure how that's working. Maybe this was all going on while that other battle was going on. Who knows? But that's the only thing is I don't want to get my hopes up too much. Because while this battle is cool, I don't want it to end with Madara about to do some super mega technique, and then he just starts to slowly disintegrate into nothing. I want the Kages to truly come out on top in this battle, and I don't want their power to be diminished by the fact that Madara is being a smug asshole all the time and talking about how awesome his eyes are. And please don't get me wrong. I don't hate the Uchiha. I really don't. There's a lot of them I think that are really awesome. It's just, you know, perfect Susanoo. Perfect Susanoo. Come on, dude. That's unnecessary, you know? Just before it was already really, really powerful. I mean, his Susanoo can already, you know, run around.
It's like a giant.
Yeah, it has 2 fucking faces. It's got multiple arms. And he can summon multiple ones at like one point. Does he really need an even bigger one that stands so smugly? Like when it appears after it's summoned, it's just like, you guys are fucked. You know, and it's just like, ugh. It's always Susanoo. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to be really interested to see how they're going to take on this really powerful version of Susanoo, but I want them to actually take it on. You know, I don't want it to be disintegrated away when the Edo Tensei technique is stopped. And I still think in the back of my mind that Edo Tensei will not be stopped. Maybe somehow Kabuto will still find a way to reverse things and snap out of this like weird little thing that he's in. But otherwise, I do agree with Christian. The action this week was pretty freaking stellar, I'm not going to lie. And again, the war arc just started in the anime version, so I cannot wait to see it when it gets to that point. So this was just, it was a fun chapter, but I still don't want it to end.
No, there needs to be more happening. I hope it doesn't end either. And like you're saying, I do have to agree. The Kages need to beat Madara. They don't need to have him get disintegrated and be like, as he's like fading away, and he's like, by the way, I was way better than you. I was way better.
Also, Tsunade, just one thing. Wasn't that Tsunade jumping around with the two swords in her stomach? Come on. That's pretty fucking awesome right there. And, you know, obviously Gaara this week, I thought he was really cool. You know, obviously he's showing off that even though he doesn't have his freaky raccoon demon inside of his stomach, that he doesn't, you know, need its abilities and everything. The only problem I think I'd have to say is the Mizukage, who I feel is kind of underwhelming compared to a lot of the other ones.
My least impressive Kage, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she used a water dragon technique. I can think of 5 characters in the series who've done that at this point, so it's like, okay.
But her water dragon's bigger. So for a rating this week, guys, we're going to drop a 8 out of 10 on this bad boy. Awesome action. We just hopefully get some more story development next week, and, you know, hopefully we go back to the Kabuto stuff since we just invested a month and a half on it. It was a solid action chapter and worth that 8 out of 10.
What's going on, guys? It is time for the question of the week, and we're going to ask you about Itachi and him dealing with stopping the Edo Tensei. Is he actually going to pull it off before Madara has a chance to rape all of the Kages? You can let us know with your comments below. And if you'd just like to let us know what you thought about this week's chapter, please leave your comments there. We'd love to know what you thought.
Okay, you guys, we want to talk to you about something that has nothing to do with Naruto, but it does have something to do with the big 3. I review the One Piece anime every Sunday. I'm thinking about maybe not doing that anymore. I want to hear some feedback on that. I like doing it, but what we are thinking about doing is adding the One Piece manga to our Wednesday lineup. And we want to hear your opinion on it. Do you really want it? We're going to be honest. We are huge One Piece fans. I casually read the manga and am up to date. And Corey needs to get up to date. So we're thinking about doing it. We might even still do it this week and then just test the waters. But tell us your feedback on that too, because we'd love to see what you'd want us to do on that. Because we're already here hanging out Wednesday, so we could just review one more. So let us know with your comments below. Also, you guys, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to give us a big thumbs up. It's very motivating, helps us out, and more people can see our videos all throughout YouTube. So until next time, SuperKamiGuru9000, out.